Hey guys, this is Jen over at jenscrappypages.blogspot.com, and this is today's project. Before I get started on our supplies and how to put it together, I wanted to give a quick little summation of where I have been over the past week. I apologize for not getting the videos out to you guys like I have been. I ended up going down to Oklahoma to see my aunt who's been ill, and what was supposed to be a quick 3-day trip there and back turned into 8 days. My aunt passed away while we were there, just a few days after we arrived, and I was very fortunate to be able to be with her during her last few days and as she passed. And because it's a 7-hour drive between Oklahoma and Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska, where I live, we just opted to stay there and be there for the family for the funeral. So I just got home a couple days ago, and I'm getting back into the swing of things, and this was the project that I picked out to put together today. So let's get to the supplies and to the project, and let's get moving on this. So I used the Cupcakes and Carousels embellishment kit, and this was the really beautiful baker's twine that I used from that kit. The Wink of Stella, of course, because you know I can't do card without it. The Birthday Banners stamp set, and these bunch of banners Framelits dies that coordinate very nicely with it. The Balloon Bouquet, I believe, punch is what that's called, and I think I'm really gonna love this. Of course, my hexagons embossing folder, just because. Give it a little bit of dimension. For ink, I used Early Espresso, Calypso Coral, So Saffron, and Soft Sky. I think that's it for supplies. And for cardstock, let's see, I'll try and keep this in the corner up here. For cardstock, I used Bermuda Bay, and I have a 4 1/4 by 11 and a 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. An Early Espresso 4 by 5 1/4. Calypso Coral a 1/2 by 4. So Saffron 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. A Very Vanilla 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. And then you're going to need a little bit of scrap to stamp the banner and the balloons. And then the Cupcakes and Carousels Designer Series paper stack that I used is a 3 3/4 by 4 1/4. I just love this little banner paper. That's what it's called. Wow, I guess I'm a little out of practice here. So I think we should probably stamp and punch our balloons first. And for this, I think how I'm going to do it is I'm going to stamp my balloon and then punch it. So it's just going to go like this. And then I'll open up my punch, and it's the smaller balloon out of the two. And so when I stamped it, I'm going to stamp it so it's up and down the way this is, which let's see if I can get this here. I do like this because you can get it pretty precise in here if I can keep still. All right. And then let's do the Soft Sky. And I did not have, oh, forgive me, I'm just going to use this to stamp off the excess. I do not have the Bermuda Bay ink pad, which I thought I had, but I don't. So Soft Sky was the next best color to use for this. Then I'm going to go ahead and just stick this in here and line it up, punch, and then I'm going to bring in my Calypso Coral. And that'll be my last balloon. I really like these colors together. All right, there's that. I think I'll just kind of tear that off. And one last punch. Well, maybe. Let's see if I can get this in here. No, I don't know why it's fighting me. Maybe I shouldn't have. Let's see if I can do this again. Okay. All right, now I'm going to grab another scrap so I can stamp my banner on. Okay, so let's stamp our banner, and that's just going to get stamped up in this early espresso. I guess I don't really have to be too particular with where I stamp it. And then as long as I have my inks out, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment. And for this one, I went ahead and kind of just rounded the stamp. With the acrylics, you can do that, or the photopolymer. And then that's just going to go in here. And I'm going to grab out my Big Shot now, and we'll cut this out and then do our embossing all at the same time. I really like this banner. I like that it has the stitching on it, or the faux stitching. Oh, well, it would help if I actually had it lined up right, huh? I guess I'm kind of all out of sorts, just trying to get acclimated to being back home again after being gone for 8 days. I'm going to switch plates and get out our embossing folder and our Bermuda Bay. And then for this one, you don't need that second plate because it's a thicker embossing folder. So just one plate will do on this one. All right, so here's my banner. Here's my embossing. And then let's go ahead and we'll just start assembling. So I'm just going to fold this in half at 5.5, and you can pre-score it if you would like. And this goes together pretty easy. If you are a follower of the Mojo Monday Sketch Challenge, this card was their challenge for this week. So I like the way it turned out. I thought it was kind of a fun little sketch. Okay, and then I'm going to pull my card back in here. And then this is just going to go up here towards the top of it, hopefully with the banners going the right way. And then this piece. And that's just going to go, I kept it about 1/4 of an inch from the edge of the designer series paper and 1/4 of an inch from the bottom of my card. And then we'll throw this little piece on. This was just a pretty simple card, actually. Nothing special to it. No, special, I don't know, techniques or anything, but I thought it turned out pretty cute. So this is just going to go about in the center of this piece of paper here. And then this is going to go about in the center of this, the Bermuda Bay. So about like so. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp the sentiment down here. It's really cute. It says happy birthday to thee, and then sweetest of sweets. And then I just did that in the early espresso. And that's just going to come down here, kind of center, and there. That's stamped out really pretty. And that'll just come here in the center of this. And we are almost done. For the balloons, how I got the, I took my adhesive. Of course, it's not wanting to work for me now. All right, well, come on. So I just put a little bit of adhesive coming down here, and I made it so it actually went on to the little, I guess, tie part of the balloon. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my twine, and I just want that to come, so it's coming right straight out of there. And then we'll probably trim it, well, a little bit longer than what you need it. So we're going to do that to all 3 balloons. And then we're going to pop each one of these up using a dimensional. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my my So Saffron is going to go right about here. And then I'm just going to stick this, the Soft Sky is going to come up here just a little bit, kind of overlapping it. And then this one I just had overlapping that Soft Sky kind of in at an angle. And then I'm going to gather my little strings, and because this banner goes over that, I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive kind of over where the banner would go. And that is going to anchor all of my strings into one place. Like that. And then I went ahead, and I haven't used these. I initially got these strips of adhesive, you know, for my shaker cards, but I decided to pull them out and use them for the back of this banner, and I kind of like the way it turned out. So I'll just cut off a couple of those, and that way when I put these on too, it held, and you can kind of bend it, you know, to go along that edge of the banner, but it held my my strings in place too when I put this on here. And then that's just going to go about here, kind of where your orange, or where your Calypso coral is, like that. And then just come in here and take your little strings, and you're just going to cut them so they don't overlap that sentiment at the bottom. And then you can also kind of take the ends and separate them out just a little bit, like so. And that is almost it. I still have one more step, and you don't have to use the Wink of Stella for this, but I kind of liked the you know, that shimmery look, so I just brushed it on just to the you know, front of each of these balloons. And that's it. That is our card. You see that shimmer? Isn't that really pretty? I don't know, I kind of like the little addition of that. So so that's it, guys. That's my card for today. Thanks for sticking with me, and if you would like, there will be a printable, downloadable PDF on my blog, jenscrappypages.blogspot.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye.